It is currently 30 degrees in the shade.
Well, howdy. The Tenerife hat has been deployed. I'm going to try and do something today, even in this heat. Nice to see that the spring flowers are finally coming out. They're loving this heat. But before I do anything, let's have a look if my kettle is boiling. I noticed that the runner bean seeds are very slowly cracking through the soil. Nothing like a nice cup of tea to cool you down. Right. Well, I want something slow and steady. Can't push yourself too much in this heat. So I'm just going to clean this corner up. It's nice to hear the sound of the stream going past. I'm sure it would be a lot warmer if that wasn't there. Starting to take shape now, don't you think? Or I can see it anyway in my mind's eye. I've just had word that the live stream has fallen offline. So I'm going to take this opportunity to finish the task that I started the other day. I wonder if you can cut this with just a saw, or whether you need something special. Right, how much do I need? I will sort out this barbed wire at some point as well. You can go on the list. The list. I noticed the other night as well, this patch here is a bit of a sun trap. Right, I better not. Let me just offer that up. Oh. To me, to you. Right. Right, let's go and see if I can cut this. Look at that, there's hardly a... Well, there is no cloud in the sky. The sun has certainly got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. Oh, that river is enticing. Right, let's have a look now if this will work. Oh, it is. I was thinking about going for a walk today. I was looking back at the videos from when I first moved here, and I thought that's what's missing over the last few months is the walking videos. So I will get out and about in the next day or two before this weather breaks and we have a big downpour of rain, which it will be welcomed. Look at this acer. Absolutely stunning. This is the one that I planted in memory of Rusty, and it certainly has the same colours. And in fact Rusty had a certain smell to his fur, and I thought I could smell him earlier, so he's obviously around somewhere in spirit. He loved the sun. There's a lot of growth on the roses, I must say. This seems to have turned into a rose garden down here. Right, that pops in there. I'll put the glue on later. Make sure everything fits in first. But I'm not sure where I'm going to be able to screw this onto the... Oops. Right, and then we need one of these so that the rain doesn't go in, because that would be a disaster. But I'm going to have to find somewhere to hold it. In fact, hold on. If I pop that in there, okay, if I go back down to the start, give it a gentle tug, hopefully all that can slide in there. See, this is the bit you don't see, the behind the scenes. But I do like to see this feed, because I wake up in the mornings and I put it on and I like to listen to the birds. It means I can stay in bed. Right. Oh, see, this is where an extra pair of hands would be good now. Just to go down and give my cord a pull. Now you might have noticed I haven't watered the garden during this weather, and I don't believe in doing things like that. It is better to give your garden a thorough soak once a week, and by thorough I mean a good hour. Give it a really good soak, and then the roots will go down in warmer weather like this and find their own source. There you go. That looks good. So in the heat, you don't have to be concerned about watering your plants then, because their roots are already down in the base and they already know where the water is. Right. I spend half my time trying to find things because I forget where I've put them. Do you do that? I'm trying to find the hooks. I'm pretty sure I had some spare. Maybe I didn't. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They were in a pot. They were in a black pot. I don't know, they'll turn up. Let's have a quick little shifty in here. I've put a thermometer on the bird table now, so the live streamers can see how hot or cold it is. And also, I can see it from the house then. Right, when my friend comes in about an hour or two, it's the one who I took to hospital. He said, I'll come up and help you in the garden for a few hours as a thank you. I said, there's no need, but it would be gratefully accepted. Right, I'm going to put a bit of string on that at some point, just in case it slides down too far. Right, so there we go. It'll stay like this for the time being until I can find a proper hook. Right, let's get on with the actual thing that I came down to do. But very easy to get distracted down here, isn't it? Although I suppose it's time for a cup of tea soon. Oh, I can feel that heat back of my neck. I'll have to get a handkerchief. Oh, typical. Walk straight in, and then I find them. Right, let me fix this. You don't have to stay to see this. Let me just fix this against the wood, and then we'll pop back for a cup of tea. Go on, go put the kettle on. I've been listening to Ancient Mother by Robert Gass and On the Wings of Song. Well, I've had a nice relaxing hour. Unfortunately, when I'm listening to music, I can't film because of the copyright. But I've just been pottering along over the last, say, 60 minutes. I can't remember if I've told you this. There's a man coming in a week or two to do the roof for me. Somebody who's got experience. So this is what I've been doing. I cleaned this area, this corner here, and I found a load of these stones. And what I thought was they would look very good in the floor of the greenhouse. So I've been using cable ties. Now, obviously this is not the final position, but I just wanted to see a visual of the size of it in order to work out where it is to go, because I don't want the door to open and to slam the side of the greenhouse. I did contemplate moving it and having it either in this corner here in the shade, which I still think would be a very good idea, but there is a lot of wind that comes down here, or even where the fruit is there. I thought that would be a good idea, but as I stood there the other day having a ponder about it, again, it was a very windy sight. So I think this is probably the best place. Yes, it gets a bit of wind, but not as much. And I will grow something up the side, maybe a globe artichoke on the left hand side, or maybe something to climb up the fence. Something bushy that will just slow the wind down a bit. I was aware it was 8x6, but just seeing it, it looks huge. So I've just used these cable ties at the moment to keep it in place, so I can step back and have a visual. This is the issue when you do it by yourself. But I've just found out, if you put the cable tie in back to front, then you can still take the thing off, so you're not wasting it. The reason why I thought over here might be a good idea is because it then is all self-contained. Got the greenhouse, got the cold frame next door, and it's not that far of a journey. Problem is, it doesn't fit the width in this space, and it would just slightly jut out a bit there, which I thought looked strange, and it would give the wind something to catch on. Here would be a great spot, not in full sunshine, but the problem with that is, in the winter, I don't think this spot gets a lot of sun at all. Whereas in the winter, the part over here does get sunshine. So at least it would defrost itself in this corner. But it's been great just to have a little potter and have the odd cup of tea or two. And it's been fantastic to smell the spring flowers as well. Which reminds me to remind myself and to remind you that if you are looking for a scent in the garden, something very heavenly that will come in the evening and then disappear by the time the morning comes around and comes again back the next evening, try something called night scented stock, and believe me, you won't forget it. You won't forgive yourself if you didn't put it in and you smelt it in somebody else's garden. Do you know what? It is 31 degrees in here, and I think it's time for another cup of tea. Cools you down. I could go for a dip. Whew. I'm actually going to go home and have some water and have a nice sleep. So I'll catch up with you next time. So from me until then, bye for now.